Vale. Justo donde lo dejamos, dentro del puerto. Pero que todo se oiga bien y todo. Esto lo miramos y supongo que tenemos que ir por aquí. No se puede abrir sin una tarjeta, no me jodas. Hablar con el líder del sindicato, no pasa nada. Podemos ir por el otro lado. Hostia, tengo ganas de ver qué pasará, ¿Qué es esto? ¿Para saltar? Están recogiendo agua de lluvia. ¿Qué botellas los pillamos para vender, no? Numerosas botellas vacías. 3 paquetes de cigarro en colillas.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
El juego no está fuerte. En principio. Espera, ¿de cuántos disfraces estamos hablando?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
¿Fui yo?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Qué triste, tenía que estar fatal. Parece que me lo pasé de miedo. No estoy del todo convencido de que fuese yo. No estoy del todo convencido de que fuera yo.
I am, but it doesn't matter right now.
Vale. Vamos a entrar por aquí.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnaud.
Es aquí. Así que aquí es donde trabaja René. Voy a echar un vistazo. Buscar por la garita.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Ok.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Coger la fotografía.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Ok.
Why did you take that picture of René?
Soy poli. Recopilar pruebas es algo insistivo. Quiero hacer un fotomontaje artístico, Kim. Voy a preguntarle por ella.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Ok. Vale, aquí ya hemos entrado, ¿no? O sea, no, es lo mismo.
This is the night.
Vale, vale, vale. Parece que esta escalera por algún motivo no funciona. Enorme maquinaria por doquier. Ahora en calma. ¿Qué es esto? Los cubitos tienen impresos unos pinos blancos. Parecen un bosque nevado. ¿Qué es esto?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked marche and arrête are faded with use. It's marche, on, arrête, off.
Vale. March es encender. Ah, vale, que tengo que dar la vuelta. ¿Qué es esto? Dinero, simplemente. No voy a tocar la puta grúa solo llegar, ¿me explico? Vale. ¿Esto qué es? Luces. Joder, vaya puerto. Una maleta allí arriba. ¿Qué es esto? Las máquinas duermen. Claro, sí. A ver, están en huelga, es normal. No hay nadie trabajando. ¿Qué es esto? Huele a sangre. Esto no puedo abrirlo. Allí hay alguien, ¿eh? ¿Me dirán algo por acercarme? Termos de tamaño industrial. Huele a café quemado. Nice. Buena gente. Dinero. Aquí robando a los pobres trabajadores. Ah, comunismo. La cubierta se hunde bajo el peso de la lluvia y nieve. Vale. Escucha tú.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
¿Qué hace Leo el tranquilo?
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Vale.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to EVRART.
Está tratando de concentrar en su trabajo, no está haciendo nada. ¡Ey!
EVRART, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for
Es
no
increíble que
reason.
todos los personajes están doblados con buena voz, ¿eh?
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Pero, ¿qué os pasa con los esquiroles?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Ah, bien.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Eres oriundo de Ubi, ¿verdad?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new... People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty
Está de puta madre.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
¿Qué haces con los containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Vale. ¿Qué es todo esto? Mirar la montaña de containers apilados. Trasero.
The containers in the
Vale.
yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors.
Cuidado, la droga.
It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Esto parece una gran operación de redecoración, Kim. Leo, ¿te ha dicho alguien por qué tienes que cambiar las cubiertas?
No, not really. Miss EVRART doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Esto parece una gran operación de redecoración, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarder's Union logo.
Gracias, Leo, concluir.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
¿Vale? ¿Dónde se ha metido todo el mundo? Esto está desierto.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Pero tampoco cobran, ¿no?
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. EVRART is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and EVRART sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
¿En qué clase de pelea de borrachos?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
¿Vale?
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. EVRART telling them to take some time off.
Hostia, lo mataron por estar borrachos y ya está.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Pero, ¿qué es lo que hicieron exactamente?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know.
Vale.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Muy bruscos, Leo. ¿En qué clase de pelea se metieron? ¿Mataron a un mercenario? Venga, Leo, cuéntanos lo de la pelea esa en la que te metiste.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit, but Mr.
Vale.
EVRART and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel, Mr.
Vale.
EVRART and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. EVRART. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Vale.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out EVRART has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Vale. ¿Trabajas aquí?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls... I'm like
Vale.
Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who
Done.
is this, Miss Beaufort?
La señora Beaufort. Debe ser la de la droga.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy
Mira que
bars
tiene mi
my
arma.
missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yep.
Vale.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Un momento, ¿quién es esa tal señorita Beaufort?
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
La Elizabeth.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows
Es la
everybody
abogada.
and gets along with everyone. Real.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Vale.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Uy.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
Pobre.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka
Ah.
the gardener?
Entonces, ¿es la mediadora del sindicato, la jardinera?
Looks like it.
Parece que sí.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
¿Eres el tal Leo que escribió una nota pidiendo más cubiertas?
Oh yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
¿Qué has dicho del bros?
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every...
Vale.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
¿Qué quieres decir con llevando esta sopa a los hombres? ¿Es por la huelga?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in
Vale.
bags.
Algo raro pasa con el botch. Lo investigaré.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
¿Qué hay en ese contenedor de ahí? Señala el contenedor suspendido en el brazo de la grúa.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them.
Vale.
Just waiting to be loaded up.
Buscar al jefe del
Oh,
sindicato.
you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in guys like Mr.
Vale.
Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar.
Patience. Deep down, you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
No interrumpir a Leonard.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real... All the
Vale.
boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
No decir nada.
Them was naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
Va. Vaya que interesante. Gracias por contármelo todo.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. EVRART is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there. Bye bye now.
Vale. Esto es la derecha. Ah, bueno, su izquierda. Ok. Una escalera hecha de paleas. Entramos aquí sin decir nada. Un pesticado que hace la vez de reloj. Está bien eso, brinca. A ver, este señor.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Joder, vaya tío.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair.
Ivan
Says
EVRART
nothing, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
A ver.
A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Deja que hable primero, no, ¿no? Vayamos directo al lío. Hay un cadáver colgado en un árbol.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
A ver.
I'm EVRART Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Hostia, no se puede poner de pie.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Pero lo mejor que pueda.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
¿Por qué te refieres a mí como señor Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equal.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
No soy de sentarme, no va conmigo.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
Vamos a ir de malas con este.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Hostia.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then...
Damn, that's a nasty play. He's got you, a titan of volition, in a fork. Guess you just...
Marchad. Me voy. ¿Qué puedo ser? Vale, me tengo que sentar. Hijos de puta. No me quiero sentar en la puta silla de mierda.
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this time. Please, take a seat.
Prefiero estar de pie.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense.
Sentarse.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I
Aye.
can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Permanecer seria.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachel Citizens Militia today?
Este era el... Vale, es el representante de la milicia. El jefe del sindicato. Vale, yo soy el representante y él es el jefe del sindicato, ok.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
¿Me he hecho daño?
It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Madre que los parió.
This should take care of that nonsense.
¿Cómo? ¿Me quiere pagar? No,
It
no.
should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager.
Sí,
Go
hombre.
ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Comunicante gigante. Coger el cheque gigante sin decir nada. Guarda todo, me las arreglaré. Dejar el cheque. Coge ese cheque comunicante grande y métetelo por el culo. Dejar el cheque. ¿Conoces a Garte?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him.
No voy a coger
A
el
real
cheque.
piece of work.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Guárdatelo, me las arreglaré.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
A ver.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, union
Hostia, está
people
súper
are-
informado el tío.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. The world is swallowed by a black hole of
Hijo de
fear.
puta, me está destruyendo, ¿eh?
Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
No estoy preocupado, puedo encargarme de ello.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me.
Madre que lo parió.
Don't be. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now.
Es un hijo de puta.
Putting it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2
Sus guardias.
rounds loaded.
La silla te está matando. $42. Mantener la calma.
God,
No,
you're
tío.
sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, no estoy llorando. Intentar mantener la calma. Y que los hombres también lloran.
You want to cry? God, you're weak.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so
La madre que
good.
lo parió.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here?
Déjate.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Seguir deslizando por la silla como un trozo de gelatina. No hay Harrys que valgan. Deja que te meta... Que tu mente te lleve a un lugar seguro. No. Sí.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water?
Maybe you could
Joder,
use
me ha
your
dejado
hands
tocadísimo esto.
somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's
Ah, estoy perfecto, señor Dubois. Gesticular vagamente con tus manos. Sí, hombre, estoy de puta madre. Continuar deslizante. La verdad es que la silla es muy incómoda. No me vendría mal un vaso de agua. Me estoy derritiendo. Me estoy derritiendo.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid...
Okay,
Eso.
enough. We are here to ask you some questions.
Bien, bien, bien.
pertaining to a murder
Gracias, Kim.
investigation.
quick. Here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him. It is about time
Vale.
to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Vale. Me has llamado señor Dubois, ¿por qué?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities.
That's what the hanged corpse called you.
¿Cómo te llamo el ahorcado, Harry? Entonces, ¿ese es mi nombre de verdad?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the...
I think the odds of that are very low.
Así es, mi memoria está un poco nublada.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is,
Vale.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to... I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
Are you
No.
trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Madre de Dios.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Dejemos esto claro. ¿Cuál es mi nombre completo? ¿Sabes algo de mi familia? Teatralidad. ¿Sabes algo de mi familia? ¿Tengo mujer e hijos? ¿Qué clase de policía pone que soy? ¿De dónde has sacado esta carpeta?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Madre de
I
Dios.
find that very suspicious. May
¿Podría
I
echarle
have
un
it?
vistazo?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Teatralidad. Echarle otro ojo a la carpeta. Vamos a echarle otro ojo. Joder, acierta, tío, que he fallado todo.
As you
Vale.
look at the folder, EVRART covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another
Vale.
one of those
Esta es una
brown
carpeta de la
folders.
MCR.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Madre de Dios, hijo de
Got
puta.
the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in my
Vale.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually.
Está mintiendo de
very
buenas a
busy
primeras.
That means he doesn't really know anything about
Vale.
pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Así que la oficina del censo dice que mi nombre es Harry Dubais.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
A ver. ¿Podrías ayudarme a bajar el cadáver del
You
árbol?
might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
No me que lo parió.
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder.
Vale, bien.
Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Buen motivo. Eso. Lo que dijo... Lo que ha dicho de la cinta de amarre. No dices nada. Usted es el líder de la comunidad. Ayúdela. No. También he estudiado las huellas de la escena del crimen. Son botas de trabajo portuario.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
¿Vale?
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
¿Vale?
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with.
Vale.
Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race signs. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race signs.
Ya está bien.
Find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking.
Es un buen
Can't
tipo.
miss him. Great guy.
Vale. He oído que el sindicato está involucrado en el trapicheo de drogas.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Sin comentarios.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall
Y
we?
cambiamos de tema.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant.
Ya lo hemos amenazado.
You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Me acabo de completar mi investigación sobre el trapicheo de drogas en la zona. ¿No vas a preguntarme cómo he entrado? Hablemos de mi arma perdida. Quiero hablar del ahorcamiento.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why.
No quiero
you're
hablar de
not
más con
engaged.
este.
I know everything that goes on around here. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
No decir nada.
but there's a thing that's
Uy,
been keeping me
Stanby,
up
¿cómo
at night.
estás?
I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
¿Cómo estás, Stanby? Tiempo sin verte. ¿Ya te encuentras bien o qué? A ver, continuar.
Yes, That sounds
Bueno,
good.
sin verte.
Let's do that.
Eso es relativo sin leerte, ¿no? Sin que te pases por aquí. Antes ha pasado Fon también. Adelante.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Estoy bien. Mejor que estos días. Vale, eso está bien. Si estás bien, me alegro. Ya te digo. Como habías desaparecido. Me temo que eso es una invención tuya.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you.
Solo necesito que abra
open
una
the door.
puerta.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Seguro que seguramente no sabes nada del ahorcamiento.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Me encargaré de ello. Necesitamos información sobre el asesinato. ¿De quién es la puerta?
No, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Como que
A
comadreja.
loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss.
No voy a
business with
hacer. ¿Por qué no lo ves tú mismo?
you. Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
No, vamos a ver. Estaba Fon en mi casa y se fue. Ah, vale. Por eso me ha dicho eso antes, Fon.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man.
No voy a
Mr.
aceptar el trato.
Fitzwarren.
No puedo
Of
aceptarlo.
course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me.
Yes,
Vale.
we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
A ver. Estoy investigando lo de tu brebaje
I
turbio.
don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many You know what?
A ver.
Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me.
He sincerely
Vale.
has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
No importe. Vale, no. Estoy reconcheando lo... No, eso no. ¿No vas a preguntarme cómo me he entrado tampoco? No. He conocido a Joyce, la representante de la compañía.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy.
Se supone que tendría que hablar con
I
ella.
hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation.
Solo colegas.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down.
Whoa, that's so nice of him.
A ver.
Suspiciously nice.
¿Estás seguro? A mí me parece... Opa. A mí me parece un poco extraño qué sucede al anterior negociador, el señor Gomon. Según Joyce, la anterior cabecilla del sindicato desapareció bajo misteriosas circunstancias. ¿Por qué no te reúnes con ella?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would.
He
Vale.
doesn't want to see her. It's
Eso
as
sí es
simple as
simple.
that.
Bueno, dice que está despreciando sus ofertas.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Según Joyce, ha desaparecido el anterior representante.
Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Qué curioso, Joyce no mencionó ninguna cacerola.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew. or a hairdryer, or an iron.
Es un hijo de puta.
Much is true. His heart truly is in it. Though you wouldn't think so by looking. If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
¿Qué sucedió en el anterior negociador,
What
señor
do you
Brown?
mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
Cedió parte de su terreno en negociaciones previas. ¿Por qué ibas a dejar marchar a un aliado así?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
Le llamaste enano.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. Honestly,
Está
I'm
mintiendo.
beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
¿Estás seguro? A mí me parece un tanto extraño.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am
Es
now
un hijo de
if I
puta
wasn't
este.
nice. Politics is
Es de otra
course,
cosa.
Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing. Wait.
Espera.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Vale. Gracias, justamente me estaba preguntando cómo salir. Genial, no me gustaría quedarme aquí atrapado.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union.
Bueno, vamos a sacar el cadáver como mínimo. Eso que nos hagamos. Vamos a tocar la palanca esa también. ¿No me dice nada el Klim? Y he perdido vida, ¿verdad? Ya que sí. Ah, vale, aquí está el panel. Pero cuando he venido parecía más grande esto.
A rusting control marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Vale. Me dirá algo clean por tocar eso. No quiero que muera Q. Continuar.
With a surprisingly quiet thunk, this
Vale.
crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this,
¿Qué hay en su interior?
who can say? All you know is, it's
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Vale. Aquí hay algo. Está más cerrado.
before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Teniente, este comentario es importante.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Puede, no sé. Creo que debemos investigarlo.
Do? Because I don't.
¿Qué? ¿Por qué no?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
No sé, Krim. Siento que es especial. Solo puedo seleccionarla. Puede que haya contrabando. Inspeccionar container.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to
Vale.
interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Llamar a la puerta.
No reply.
Abrir
You
puerta.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Retórica. Nada más que hacer por aquí. No puedo abrirlo. O sea, cada día me dejarán intentarlo abrir. Parece una cosa como es el tema de los días. Parece que es una cosa como opcional totalmente. O sea, ¿cómo decirlo? Como si fuera un easter egg. Bueno, vamos a descolgar el cadáver y es un gran progreso. Entonces a las 21 creo que puedo ir a hablar con el otro chico. Escucha.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
¿No me deja pegarlo?
Really let yourself go.
Vale. EVRART te dijo que nos ayudarías a bajar el cuerpo del árbol.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess
Bien.
to reach my superior.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
¿Ves que bien?
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Teniente, ¿qué pasa si no queremos hacerlo? Teniente, ¿qué pasa si no queremos hacerlo?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves.
Puedo vivir con ello.
Even if it's a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way.
Espera, eso significa mostrarle a todos que recibimos órdenes del sindicato.
Yes. That is
De ninguna manera no voy a hacer eso.
Fine. Goodbye. Return to your degeneracy.
Venga, va, coño.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole
Joder,
time.
por cierto, ya tengo el PC. Falta comprobar que no me da pantallazos. ¿Sí? ¿Cuánto te ha llegado? Bueno, que estés aquí es prueba de que tienes el PC, ¿no? A ver, ¿qué pasará ahora?
Woman's gaze follows Measurehead
Mientras se aleja. A ver qué dirá esto.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Eso parece. Tan solo intentemos evitar que todo se vaya a la mierda.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm catchy, by the way.
Joder, me ha gustado la frase de la chica esta, ¿eh? ¿Nunca te has parado a pensar que a lo mejor todo debería irse a la mierda? Está bien. Katia.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Está rompiendo algo.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Hasta a mí me gustaría verlo.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like EVRART's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who
Vale.
are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
¿Más pequeñas que la suya? Me llegó hace semanas, pero yo estaba fuera. Ah, vale. Comprueba bien eso o la van a funar en el Garlic. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo que en el Garlic? Gartic. Ah, hostia. Vale, he pillado referencia. Vale. Trabajaré con quien me dé la gana. Sí, soy corrupto hasta la médula. Lo soy y siempre que puedo, ¿no? Es asunto tuyo.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno.
¿Es con entonces?
The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
¿Me lo dejarán ver lo que pasa? ¿Ya ha vuelto? Joder, está amazado el tío, ¿eh? Vaya mole.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Rey's victory.
Gracias por tu cooperación, cráneo métrico.
Farewell, Hamson.
¿No me dejas pasar aún?
Your race descend.
No. Yo quería pegarlo, pero no me dejan. Buah, ¿me van a pegar al bajar o algo? Creo que no, ¿eh? ¿Qué me dirá ahora? Hola.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
No me dicen nada. Qué fail, ¿no? A ver dónde coño está el cadáver. Oh, Dios. No hemos conseguido avanzar mucho. Venga, corre, Clean. ¿Cómo coño lo ha bajado? ¿Qué pasa con uno?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Ah, bien.
He fucked the tree up! Fuck
Buena, Cefi. Así, niños, asentir con aprobación, pero no querrá decir keep el desierto. Ojalá hubiera estado equipado. En fin, tengo algunas preguntas.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, pig o not.
Uno te domina. A
Kuno
ver,
doesn't.
cosas pasan. El puto cadáver, a ver.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Bien, pues ya está. Celebrarlo de una manera sosegada.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
¿Una autopsia de campo?
1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field
Estamos en el
autopsy.
número 3, ¿vale?
RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
¿Qué coño dicen?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Qué asco, la verdad que sí. ¿No tenemos a alguien más para hacer esto? ¿Como un médico? Entendido.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Antes de meternos en faena, ¿qué es una autopsia de campo exactamente?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Número
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the
¿Cómo?
death knell of disco.
¿Por qué no lo sabes?
What a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Venga, me oyo. Vale. ¿Por qué no lo sabes? ¿De qué sirve?
You must have me confused with the Copapedia.
¿Quién es la Polipedia? Pásamelo, que tengo que hablar con él.
You, sir, you are
Vale.
the Copapedia.
Bueno, casi mejor que sigamos luego. Bueno, venga, me oyo, coño.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Con prudencia. No tengo claro qué quieres decir.
I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
Vale. Solo hay que rellenar esto, ¿no? Mostrar el formulario de autopsia de campo rojo de tu portapapeles. Bien. No estamos haciendo cagadas. Eso es, asiente.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Abrir tu portapapeles por el formulario de autopsia de campo.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists. Described
¿por qué?
above
Vale.
those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Comenzar ya. Vamos directo al resumen de 3 partes. Comenzar. 1. Ayudante.
That's you.
Harry Baez.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lying
Caso
there.
forense número.
KK57.
Anotarlo.
Next,
Siguiente. Nombre.
we've heard the nom de guerre. Lely.
Anotarle nombre de guerra.
What's next? Date of
Fecha de
birth?
nacimiento, sentir.
Année.
Edad.
Roughly 50.
1,50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Raza.
Mondial.
Mundial, vale.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi. This is as
Anotarlo.
a pudgy mess of curdled meat. Looks neither mondial.
Sexo.
Fucky, fucky!
Muestra de energética.
Male.
Varón.
Pigs can have sex.
Escribir varón.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and in
Fecha de la
We're
muerte.
still going with March 4th.
Seguimos a 4 de marzo del 51. Escribir, vale.
What else? 9. Body identified by.
No
is
aplica.
non-applicable. 10. K
Vale.
is the same as the coroner's.
KK57 0503 08.
Prueba de manipulación.
None.
Ninguna.
At least not after the initial examination.
Vale.
A strange word. Treatment.
Una cosa, ¿qué es la manipulación exactamente? Yo no estaría tan seguro. ¿No daba a entender las huellas que lo llevaron en brazos? Coincido sin manipulación. Yo no estaría tan seguro. El 2. Lo de las
They'd
huellas.
have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Como preparándose.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean.
Coño.
Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Road, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a month
Vale.
elsewhere yet. An obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window.
Está recordando.
Outside, and so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRI.
We should start the postmortem.
Pasar la página.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Examen externo, resumen.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
¿Vale?
See, it's happening.
¿Qué se lo fue hace?
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive.
¿Vale?
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting
Madre de
something
Dios. Están fatal los niños,
The
anotarlo.
rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots.
Vale.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
¿Cuándo las voy a conseguir? Anotarlo.
Tattoos.
No voy a pillar las botas. Tatuajes,
The
¿vale?
upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder.
Peli
The
blanca.
assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene. Using
Anotarlo.
the deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length
Anotarlo.
well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Body hair
Vale.
is light brown.
¿Y
Distribution
no
is
podemos hacer mientras está
consistent.
colgado esto?
The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Tocar el cabello del cadáver antes de seguir. Escribir corto, marrón, claro, calvicie masculina típica.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head
Vamos a
is
hacer
congested.
profesionales aquí.
Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Vamos a hacer
Talking
acá.
shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Duplicación. Anotarlo.
Ligature mark.
Vamos a hacerle caso a él. Insoportable.
Still wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
Continúa.
You've got just the right tool for that.
El cortapernos.
Chain cutters.
Vamos allá. He venido preparado. Acariciar el cortapernos.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot.
Menos mal que tenemos ese cortapernos. Saca el cortapernos con las manos de goma.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need
Vale.
to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much
Con tanta
precision.
presión como sea posible. Buah.
My pig is gonna fuck his head up.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Estoy bien. Sí, estoy de acuerdo. Soy el cerdo Kuno. No soy tu cerdo. Buscar un buen punto de... Buscar un buen punto por el que cortar.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger.
Vale.
2 cuts and it should.
97%. Venga. Cortar la cinta.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together.
Apretar.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet.
Importante ver lo del cuello.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Con un boquete.
As it
¿Cómo?
ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
O sea, ¿lo mataron realmente o qué?
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Una caída de 1,5 anotarlo.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! It's gonna happen, see?
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make
Aburrido posible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Inspeccionar los genitales.
the dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia.
Anotarlo y seguir adelante.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Vale.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Anotarlo.
Last item, hands.
Dejarle al teniente trabajar tranquilo.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Claro. No forcejeo. ¿Esperábamos alguna?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think.
Anotarlo.
That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Examen interno, resumen.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
No.
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant.
Qué asco.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Anotarlo.
Respiratory system.
Joder, súper bueno el Kim.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging.
From here, it looks
Vale.
as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Mirar dentro de la boca del muerto.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living.
Anotarlo.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Seca la frente. ¿Por qué? ¿No tenemos nada?
Ah. Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
No lo creo.
Neither am I.
¿Y ya está?
That's it.
Escribir
Same
no.
for toxicology and serology. NA.
¿Ambas?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
El perfeccionista que hay en mí se pregunta si aún hay algo que podamos hacer.
Like a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should
Escribir en A y añadir examen tóxico solicitado.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands.
Notarlo.
Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Está sufriendo el Kim, ¿eh?
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Anotarlo y omitir el vuelo.
What's next on the list?
Descripción de lesiones, resumen. A
Let's
ver.
see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fills. Leave a 4th one too.
Dije también un cuarto. A ver, marca de mordeduras.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Notarlo.
And your opinion, officer?
Lesión post-mortem. No mortal, lesión post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusiones.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
Es el crimen.
Maximum velocity, fuck
Ha
off.
sido el cuno, ¿vale?
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Anotarlo.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description.
Hay sangre
of
coagulada desde al cuerpo
boxes.
y al pecho, donde las innumerables piedras han golpeado al muerto. Debajo de la descripción de las lesiones de dos costillas. No mortal post-mortem. O lesión mortal.
No, it's not.
No, no es.
Fucking fatal as shit, Sarah.
Bitch saying your injuries weren't fatal, Kuno.
I do what I want, see? Learn it.
Vale, no mortal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Márcate ligaduras. Finalizar. Vale. ¿Para qué el cuarto campo?
Nothing. Just in case.
Marcas de ligaduras.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck.
Yo creo que será que no ha muerto colgado.
7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of...
De garras en el cuello.
Below
Anotado.
the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
No mortal post-mortem. Yo creo que es verdad.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring.
Why do you say that? Is it like that fatal stone...
¿Y está otra vez con lo de la piedra asesina o lo dice en serio? Lo digo en serio. No creo que sea la causa de la muerte.
Okay. Why don't you think it was...
¿Por qué cree que no fue mortal? Porque no tenía las manos atadas. Un hombre grande como este, yo lo tendría maniatado mientras lo llevo a ahorcar. Muy buena. Ahí está.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you're right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty. At
Al
least
menos
for
por
the
el
time.
momento.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Lo primero, ¿cómo ha ido?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But personally, we also
Vale.
requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my
¿Qué
breath.
más?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional.
Vale, perfecto. Hemos ido por final. ¿Y ahora?
I need a copy of that autopsy form.
Necesitaría una copia de este formulario de autopsia y luego me lo llevaré a FOA. Arrancar una copia del formulario de autopsia.
For processing.
Vale.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
¿Pesa algo por alto?
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Dime algo, hombre muerto.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
¿Podrías hacerme tú una pregunta?
Sure, Lobo. Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here.
No es más, no tengo nada más que hacer. En este caso es todo lo que tengo.
I am all you have. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also
Percepción legendaria, 17%.
in your dream.
Sube de nivel. Yo me subo a la percepción como un desgraciado, ¿eh? Venga, va. 28.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Mirar bajo las uñas, como hizo Kim.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long.
Do you think we missed something?
Sí.
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Me da en la nariz que este cadáver esconde algo más. Me da en la nariz que el cadáver esconde algo más.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Vale, pero ¿dónde sacamos un refrigerador para el cuerpo?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Así que para eso está la nevera con forma de oso. Pues sí, sí que lo veo.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Vale. Vale. Vamos a... Hay algo que no está bien. De momento no lo enviaremos.
Both cables are unplugged from the brain somewhere in the dark.
Hay que desaparecer al cadáver. Está encendida, ¿no?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice.
¿Qué pones de a Kim? Aquí cae por lo menos 2 cadáveres.
It's certainly an eccentric choice.
But the
Vale.
optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need...
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs.
Vale.
two of you. Easily.
Dar una
The
palmada.
body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the bishop. Then
Vale.
stuff
Así nos dará otra oportunidad para examinar, ¿no?
The lieutenant takes a step back.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've
Vale.
definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
¿Lo dicen en serio? Esto hay que celebrarlo con algún ritual pagano. ¿Que corre? No. No sé si creerte.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bear
Que
fridge.
salga de aquí.
This does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
Vale, lo hemos hecho lo mejor posible con los medios que en nuestro alcance. Ya, yo tampoco estoy orgulloso, pero al menos tenemos la nevera. Esto ya no es trabajo policial, Kim, es arte. Nah. Lo hemos hecho lo mejor posible con los medios que a nuestro
Did we
alcance.
though? Okay, maybe we did.
I guess
At
so.
least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped.
Vamos a subir más percepción. La puta. Vale. Percepción.
Your arm reaches out.
Vale, bien, bien.
Eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove.
¿Qué es esto?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your
Vale.
gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Adelantar en sus fosas nasales.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Meter los dedos en la nariz.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in
Vale.
the thing you're looking for. It's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Vale, meter los dedos en la boca. ¿Es en la boca?
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself. You're on the right track.
Abrir los ojos y mirar.
A vision of black and dark red death Pried open by your hands and studded with teeth, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Decide, toma ya.
Keep going.
Tocarlo con los dedos suavemente,
A
¿verdad?
black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Meter el dedo.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brain
El
stem.
tronco encefálico.
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Palpar primero alrededor.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
Empujar más al fondo.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the
Qué asco.
limbic
Le
system.
estamos metiendo la mano por la boca.
Substance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
Hay una cavidad justo en medio de los
The
hemisferios.
lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen. On
Empujar más al
Your
fondo.
fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand.
Vale.
All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Abrir un agujero en la boca. Hurgar hacia adentro.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strained ice-cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Vale. Noto un objeto sólido justo debajo del cráneo.
Can you get to it?
Inspecciona el cráneo primero.
There's a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium. Right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside.
Desde
The
dentro.
object that is in there stops just short of the skull.
Le
in the
pegaron un tiro,
encephalus, knocking this tiny
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Conectividad. Punto exacto de la herida. Fácil. La bala de mi pistola, ya veré. No, no puede ser. Hemos tomado buenas decisiones.
Pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Susurrar. Lo tengo.
Good, good.
Sacar los dedos lentamente.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between
Una
your
flor hecha de
fingers,
plomo.
a small flower.
A bullet.
Le pegaron un tiro. Es que lo sabía, hijos de puta. Hijos de puta. Soltarla en la bolsa.
The bullet.
Hostia, por suerte que lo hemos
falls
visto.
into
Esto
the
cambia
bag,
todo, ¿eh?
Leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. Erases the bag.
Bien,
over
bien, bien,
his
bien.
eye.
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Quédate, teniente, es un regalo.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval
Herida, entrada ovalada con un anillo de avisión
Back of mouth.
en el velo del paladar.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
A sentir sin decir nada.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Estoy de acuerdo. Todavía no estoy seguro. Mirarte la mano enigmáticamente. No, estoy de acuerdo.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
Muerte de manipulación, vale.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Manipularon el cadáver.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Concuerdo.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not
Ahí
mark
está.
them, I thought. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
Bien, 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 bien. Ay, me siento bien. Lo podríamos haber enviado, ¿eh? Y no haberlo visto.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in that. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
A lo mejor lo disparó mientras colgaba. A ver, podemos decir.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here.
Sí.
Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
¿Quién puede hacer esto?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
¿Por qué lo hicieron? Vale, pero ahora sabemos que la muerte no ha sido allí. Por lo tanto, tenemos... O sea, nos vuelve a abrir otra vez todo el caso. Está guapísimo esto.
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
Tal vez la bala tenga más respuestas. No, creo que necesito lavarme.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom.
Tal vez la bala tenga más respuestas.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am...
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
¿Y ahora qué? Proceder.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself. but I
Vale,
will be
no
gone
estará.
for the
¿Y yo,
rest of
¿Y yo qué hago mientras
the
tanto?
day. Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a minute.
Continuar,
I
vale.
leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Buen trabajo.
The
Bien.
work lingers in the air of the basement. Far away ice cream makers are buzzing. Detective.
Moral recuperada. Nice.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Intentar quitar la bolsa al muerto. Ah, no. Vas a embolsarlo, Klim. Llévatelo. El teniente se llevará el cuerpo y trabajará solo el resto del día.
All right.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Vale. Vale. Yo creo que es perfecto para dejarlo aquí. Vale, lo dejamos aquí. Ha quedado de puta madre. ¿Cómo se la ha sacado nuestro detective Z, eh? Madre de Dios, qué guapo. No, no, es que podríamos habernos llevado el puto cadáver sin saber eso. Es que... Nice. ¿Qué habría pasado si no adivinamos eso? ¿Se termina el juego diciendo han sido ellos? ¿Y damos una falsa acusación? No sé. Bueno, seguiremos mañana. Lo sabremos mañana, supongo. Cuídense.